Okay. Oh, all right, so this is not working. There we go. Okay, a little slow on the bandwidth, but it's all right. So while we wait for some more people to get on, this has been a pretty intense week, few days. And so we're going to take today nice and slowly. There's a lot of very deep stuff that's coming up for people. And just a lot of deep clearing. So really coming, and what that's doing for us is really helping us to come into a deeper alignment with ourselves. So it can be a little challenging because there's a lot that's going on, or it feels like there's a lot that's going on when there's stuff that's releasing. So part of the release process is that you start at the core, and with frequency work and with that deep work, what happens is that it's like, imagine there's this core right in the center of you, and there's a vibration that sets in motion, and it expands out and it expands out and expands out, and as it vibrates out as it expands, and as it vibrates out, anything that's not in alignment with that vibration or cannot match or equal or stay with that vibration starts to clear out. So there's this, says the vibration keeps going up from your core. And then what happens is that you start to release the stuff. So it's not just through your physical body, it can be through your physical body, but then it will start also to clear up through the emotions, through the mind, and all those things as it shifts out. And it's literally like, working with somebody working at the energetic or frequency levels, you can actually start to tune in and either see or feel or sense. So it's like there's the physical body here, and then you've got this layer of stuff that's clearing out, but it's still part of your system, and so it's still going to feel like you. So my basic rule of thumb, which is not always easy to apply, is anytime you're not feeling neutral, positive, that's probably not you. And so just say, or you're clearing something out, or it's a sign that you need to come back into connection with yourself, into that alignment. So this is what we're here for. So that's a little explanation on how that, what happens when you're moving through a lot of stuff. So this has been an intense few days. So we're really going to take our time, really come in slowly. So take a nice deep breath in and just release and let yourself relax in. Just kind of let yourself melt down. So it doesn't have to be just one breath. Just keep doing that, working with that. Whether it's more than one breath, two breaths, each breath that you take. Just really let yourself really fill up your lungs a lot more, a little bit more than previous time. Hold it, maybe a count of 1, 2, as long as you want, and then slowly release out. And as you release all the way out. Just really push all the breath out. Let it go all the way out, all the way till there's no air left in the lungs. And then your breath will naturally come in. Anytime you're feeling stressed, it's really helpful to focus on that exhale, exhaling all the air out. And then the breath naturally comes back, and you'll find that you're a lot more kind of smoothed out. So starting with getting grounded. So focus on what you're sitting on. And even as you're noticing what you're sitting on, whether it's a chair or bed or even maybe you're standing up. Notice the texture of what you're sitting on against your body. If it's a cushion, there's kind of this sense of, softness, as opposed to sitting on something that's hard, that's right up against your body. And so you'll feel it curve around a little bit. Notice that texture, notice that connection between the object and your body. And if you kind of slow the mind down a little bit, and a little bit more, and just really paying attention to that textural feel. You kind of get to the point where it kind of feels like there's actually almost like this layer of air in between. A really, really small layer, but it's there. So the sense of this little cushion between you and whatever you're sitting, standing, or lying down on. And just as a quick side note is, I tend to jerk so if you see me doing funny things, jerking around, it is just the energy shifting, the frequencies and energy shifting. So take a nice, slow, deep breath in now, and just imagine the breath pulling in through your feet, all the way up your legs, filling you up, all the way up to the top, holding it at the top and then releasing out. And just kind of coming into the breath. Notice your environment. So either with your eyes open, your eyes closed, either way, have a sense of your physical body. How much space your physical body is taking up in your environment. And some of you might have a sense, like even with your eyes closed, you might have a sense of, okay, the room is this big and here's my body, and be able to have a sense of that. And that's really good. Or, just an awareness, you might be actually able to feel it. If you feel the walls and the ceiling and the floor, because some people can pick up on that information even with the eyes closed, make sure that you're also aware of your body within that, coming into that. So if you're not used to doing that, it's going to be a little bit of a balancing act with your mind, maybe going back and forth. And then you'll find that balance point where it locks in and you feel both. So that's a really nice place to be. And if you can't do that, if that information doesn't come in for you at this time, just notice around you, the ceiling, the walls, the object in front of you. So like I have my computer, whatever's in front of you, your computer, your iPhone. If you're holding your phone, your cell phone, noticing your hands holding the phone, or if you're looking at your computer, noticing your computer, where it is. And then noticing, kind of becoming aware of that distance that separates you and whatever you're looking at. And slowing the mind down. And if your mind's going off, that's fine, but just kind of tuning in. And when your mind slows down enough, it starts to feel like there's this little thickness in between you and the physical object, because there's actually a lot in between. There's the air, but then there's your energy field, your spirit body and energy field. So I use both terms because I do both energy and frequency work. And so there's a lot of information there at the physical level with the air molecules, the moisture in the air, the layers of your energy field, the structures of your spirit body as well that are there. So when your mind starts to slow down enough, then you start to get a sense of it, you know, and it comes in more or less strongly of kind of this something tangible there. So sometimes it's easier with your eyes closed because the physical really shows up for us and is very, we're so ingrained in the physical, you know, it gets reinforced with us unless you're like one of these people, and there's a little bit of both here that gets that information. It smacks you in the face, but generally speaking, for a lot of people, it's like you open your eyes and you're really keyed into the physical. So sometimes it can be helpful to close your eyes to get a sense of that, what's around you, that sphere. And spirit body, arm's length out. So if it helps, just kind of put your arms out. You can't see mine, but just stretch your arms out in front of you, to the side, and you can kind of imagine that your fingertips above your head. Above your head is going to be a little higher than arm's length out. Your tips of your fingers touching the edge of that spirit body, that bubble. Oh, yeah, that starts to anchor it in your head. It helps to bring that cue in your brain to register that information. So kind of let yourself just feel that. And if you need to, just put your arms up. Imagine your fingertips kind of feeling something, like a little bubble that you're sitting in. Okay, this is your space, and this is what you need to hold and maintain as your own. But coming into the physical body. So again, that outline, two lines, that bubble, that outline of that bubble, and then the sort of like an outline, 3D outline of your body within that bubble. Everybody's pretty much getting it. So I'm getting that. There's a little bit of stuckness for some people. I see the mental stuff coming in, and that's part of our physical life, isn't it? All that mental piece coming in. Okay, so good. And that already helps to just kind of calm things down, get you grounded. Feeling that whatever you're sitting on. Now let's really focus in on that grounding for us, because that's a really important piece with all the shifting that you might be going through, especially as it gets more intense, is that grounding is really key and really important. So taking a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, just dropping your awareness with the exhale all the way down to the core of the earth. Yes, and we're kind of got a mixed bunch here. There's a couple people. I'm just going to work to get everybody really solidly grounded. Some people are just dropping right in. Some people it's kind of halfway, and some people it's not reaching further downward. Well, it is better now, but that's where it started. So, and when you connect into the core, just keep your awareness there for a minute. Oh, yeah, this is good. Just that grounding alone will help to clear out stuff, because it's clearing out a lot. It's like what things that are in the way of grounding. Yeah. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to wait for everybody to be locked in here. So keep reaching down, and if you feel like you're connected, reach further in. Just, there we go. Yeah, good. Got one person I still want to get more grounded here. Okay, there we go. There's kind of a little bit of an inner child there that's kind of showing up, and with some fear of connecting to the physical. So good, that's what you're here for. And then when you feel yourself in there, there we go. On your next in-breath, just pulling that up, those frequencies up from the ground. Yes, very nice. And letting yourself fill up. Huh. And it doesn't have to be on one breath. It can be on more than one breath. As we slowly fill ourselves up. And just keep filling yourself up more and more. Yeah, that's pushing off a lot of stuff. It's just kind of that static of life that we don't need. Especially right now, there's a lot of static that can be picked up. So just keep bringing in more frequencies from the core of the earth. Yeah, very nice. If you say hi on the chat, I can know that you're there and I'll tune into you specifically. Otherwise, I'm just working on the whole group. I'm going to work on people's core alignment there. So also there's pretty good. Some of you are kind of going eat, and there's a little bit of this wobbliness too. So imagine just kind of this plumb line, for architecture. It's like a string that's attached to a little weight. You know how that's just this straight line? Yes. Yep, there we go. And imagine that just going right through the top of your head, straight down through. You can also focus on your spine if that helps. Imagine that going all the way from above your head into you and straight down. There's working to get everybody lined up here. Okay. I'm going to amp up this alignment here for everybody. Kind of bringing it up to a higher level. Bringing in more coherence. And might be some more resistance. Sometimes what happens is we don't feel it. And then the closer we get to that alignment, that nice centered alignment, there gets to be this little point of resistance. And you keep coming in, keep focusing on coming in closer and closer. And then there's a point where it's like there's a letting go, and then the alignment comes in. Okay. So the head stuff can get in the way. The hard stuff can get in the way. And the physical identity stuff can get in the way at the physical level. There we go. That's pretty good. Oh. All right. A lot of clearing going on today for people. A lot. Yeah, so that's really really fine. That's just the place where we're at. Just it's a high intensity moment. Oh, and Dee is here. Hello. I'm going to say hi to people because I'm noticing this is popping up now. Kayla and Michelle. That's, and very good. Hi, guys. So, very nice. Yeah. So let's bring in that piece of self-worth for all of us. And Diana, okay. I see D and then it's like Diana, okay. So really focusing, yes, let's bring in that self-worth piece, because that's a piece that's a really important piece for us to get. And yeah. Diana, I see that this little, yes, we could do that. That popped in for you. Let's see, Kayla, you're taking that in also. And Michelle, you're just kind of easing into that. So really nice. So coming into that kind of line down the middle. And I'm going to focus on bringing those frequencies, particular frequencies in for around self-worth. And for yourself, just, okay, I see a question, Kayla. I'll get that for a little bit. So just think of self-worth, and then just pick a color. First one that comes to mind, doesn't matter what it is, just a reference point. Could be gold. I see some purple. I see some pink also. So that's nice. White. So imagine your breath coming into that core alignment and breathing that color and that self-worth in. Oh, yeah. I'm seeing that becoming sparkly for some people. So I'm going to really focus in on those self-worth frequencies for you, and just focus on breathing up and down that line if you want, or just pulling it up in one direction and bringing that color in, and imagine that really filling you up from that core. Okay, good, Michelle. I feel like there's a part of you that's fighting this a little bit, so I'll work with that. Diane, don't worry about going big on this. This is your time, your space, so just make it as big as you want. Yeah, there we go. Kayla, you're doing pretty good for now. Let's see. Okay, Michelle, let me get back to see what is going on with you that needs to be cleared. Okay. Okay, there's this kind of this porosity to your system, so that things kind of come in still a little easily. So work in progress. And sometimes when we're tired, when we've had a long day, that's just going to come in more easily when we're not in that place of really holding strong. So yeah, there we go. And let's just keep expanding that. Yeah, we're pushing a bunch of stuff out. So this is for the whole group. Okay, and as we do that, I'm going to, for Kayla's question of why does core alignment get thrown off more when detoxing during the letting go process. Okay. So focusing on your core, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me just get you really focused in on your core. Okay, at the deepest level of your being, that alignment is always there, because at the very deepest level, you are pure source. you are of pure source. Now there's all these layers on top of that. And the core alignment feels like it gets thrown off when we're detoxing. Some of that will be going into old habits because this distortions are coming up. So detoxing, or when distortions are really present in the system. So if you were in this habit of pulling yourself off to one side, then there's going to be a little bit of a habit, maybe when you're detoxing and when there's a lot of distortions coming up that are just kind of pulling you off sideways. And we get sidetracked, we get involved, things pile up, and all of a sudden, whoop, we're pulled off. So it's sort of coming back to that really deep alignment with ourselves, pure alignment with ourselves. And focusing in. So yeah, dropping down into that grounding too, because that grounding, there you go, will help to bring that in and shift all these other things out. So there's the appearance of being off of alignment. It's also what's happening is as you're detoxing, as things are clearing out of your system, like I described at the beginning there, it's around you, but it starts to shift out, but you're still seeing through that. So you're seeing through distortion. It's like going to the movies and putting dark glasses on. You're not going to see the movie too well unless it's really bright. So it's going to throw off what you see, what you have a sense of. And that's the reason for always coming back to that physical, tangible. If you need to touch yourself, sometimes I do that, just like really anchor it, because it's like, God, it just feels like it's so thick around you, kind of thing. So it's really coming into that alignment. Yeah, today is really going to be about really focusing on that alignment. And staying in that core attachment. Very good. Okay. Yeah, we're getting better. A little wobbly in some areas, but that's okay. This is why we're here, to have this as a group. So it's sort of like we're practicing together, and you have other people to spot you. You're not by yourself trying to do this. Yeah, there we go. And then somebody gets it, or somebody brings it in and comes it very nicely. And there we go. Okay. And then everybody starts to like, oh, that's how, okay, I got it. We start looking around. Yeah. Dee, you're doing good. We're going to bring it, and we're going to just work on it slowly. So there's, and really grounding it in for you guys today. Michelle, you're getting there. It's and there's stuff like in the kind of the lower half that's getting in the way, but we're gonna work through that. And Kayla, we're gonna work on that grounding for you too, because you're kind of floating up a little bit. All right. So breathing into that core. How's that self-worth piece coming? So again, kind of just any color, and rotate colors around if you do this on your own. It's like, let's pick a different color for whatever, for that flow, that color. And the reason for doing that is just to help your mind anchor in, kind of give you a focus, an anchor, instead of going through, all right, let's feel self-worth. That when the mind, it gives us, the mind something to focus on that's more tangible than just Let's go with the feeling. That can be a little harder. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Michelle, you're getting it. That's coming better. Okay. Getting stronger. Everybody's getting a little stronger there. That's good. So I'm going to be quiet for a little bit to just kind of amp that up for you guys. Yeah, there we go. We're actually going up to a little higher level, so it's like we were down this level, and there's all this muck, so we're raising up to higher level here. Yeah, so that makes it a lot easier. Absolutely. Oh. There we go. Wow. Big difference there. Okay. And so I'm seeing pink, I'm seeing gold, white, seeing some blue in there too. So all those colors that are yellow, yeah, there's other colors coming in. Those are the first ones. For that self-worth. So that's just filling up the kind of this whole space that we're in. Yeah, very nice. And just letting go of like a lot of stuff, so it's kind of below you. So if you had a sense of looking down, you might kind of see the trash, so to speak, what was around you before. I'm going to raise it up a little bit higher just to make sure that we're below even the feet. Oh, yeah, there we go. I'm going to focus on that grounding. Okay, I'm seeing all your little spirits are. It's like the playground. It's like, yay, and having fun with us. So good. Yeah, now that we're a little higher. And it's always sometimes the question of the how to raise ourselves. Just listening to music that makes you feel really good and light, whatever kind of music that is, energized and light, will help. Noticing your thoughts. And I key in on this a lot with even with my business partner. That's one of my gifts and abilities. Is there's the whole phrase can be great, but if there's just that one word, that's the word itself isn't bad, but in the phrase, it's like, let's pull that out, and it changes everything. So you can start doing that for yourself by just saying some things. Like if you take a look at the difference between need, have to, want to. I need to go to the store. And see how that feels to say that. I have to go to the store. Notice how that feels and notice the difference. It's going to be easier when you have contrast. And I want to go to the store. It's going to feel very different. So play around. Notice when you say something, how that feels, and do a contrast. It's gonna be a lot more helpful to have that contrast. than if you're just throwing something out there. It's like, well, I feel good today. It's like, okay, let's kind of, feel into that. It's going to be harder than it's like, I really feel good today. I feel good listening to this music. Try different sentences. I need to do this. That's kind of an easy one. I need to do this now. And just see how it affects. Maybe this time you say I need to, it feels fine because there's a sense that I want to get this done now because then afterwards XYZ. And then the next time you try it out, it's like I need to go to the store, and just like, ooh, it just kind of weighs on you. It's like this weight on your shoulder, obligation kind of. Have to is even stronger. So just feel that, just notice that. So that's another way to help yourself kind of raise yourself above that muck. Yeah, everybody's doing really well now. And play that like if you have music that you really like that really brings it out for you, play that music in your environment. Even if you step out, like maybe you go to the store, play it in your environment while you're at the store. Then when you come back, there's going to be that music that will have imbued the environment more, so that can help clear out the environment. Yeah. So it's kind of a rose gold color. And letting yourself really feel that self-worth. This is going to be the piece today, self-worth in that alignment. Because when we have that self-worth, we're going to really allow ourselves to come to that alignment, that center alignment, and not get out, get thrown off as easily. We're going to be able to stand your ground better, whether it's verbally, physically, or simply in your mind, in the way you hold yourself, and that will come through at the energetic and the physical level. Yeah. So very nice. Yeah, you guys are in this. You guys are having fun. I just see your spirits are just enjoying this. Maybe not having fun is quite the, but you're enjoying this, relaxing into this. And do you just really focus on your body in that space too, because you kind of get diffused. So let's get you a little bit more focused in. All that other stuff, just your body, yourself right now. Anything that's from present moment, let's just let that go. Yeah. So here's another little thing, trick for you guys. Exhale, and then on the next breath in, just breathe into the top, hold it, and just feel like as you hold your breath, you're collecting in front of you this big ball of all the stuff that is not you. And then on the exhale, but do a long exhale all the way, and as if you're pushing that ball out. There you go. Yeah, that was good. And then on the inhale, next inhale, bringing those. Yeah, that was good. That cleared it up right there. So developing that strength. It's about developing that strength. Hi, Harold. Thanks for joining in. I'm not seeing everybody as they pop up because it's like my eyes are closed half the time. So yeah, so join in, Harold, and kind of get into where we're really just focusing on being in our cores and self-worth to help hold that core in more strongly. There you go. Good job. Yeah, you're jumping right in there. That's good. And watch that head too. Everybody watch your head. So your head, just imagine that alignment coming right through your head. Hooking into the ethers and So it's not your alignment, but it's that alignment to the universe, if you want. It goes straight through, that taps right into your core, goes through you into the core of the earth. And that helps to have that, another little trick to just get beyond that mental piece. Finding, there we go. Yeah, again, there's just been a lot going on. So the last few days, we're really kind of going in deep with this clearing. Okay, yeah, it's getting that. I'm saying that because what I'm seeing is that alignment line. I'll just call it the line. Really lightening up, and it's like a lot of almost like bursts of energy from that, or not bursts, but just this. It's increasing in size, so it's getting a lot stronger. And of course, we have our wonderful question to ask, or one of those questions: how can I connect to pure source even more strongly? How can I connect with my purest presence even more? Or how can I align with my purest presence even more strongly? Mix those around. Sometimes one feels just, it's better for that moment to say, yeah, and that's starting to like open things up for some people. It's like, let's get that through the head. That headpiece, yes, we love that headpiece, don't we? All that computer stuff, all that running around work, it depends what's going on, but there's a lot. Yeah, so I'm pulling away from the heart. Harold, I'm gonna work a little bit more on you with the just opening up with the clearing out that heart space. It's just a little bit here, yeah. So coming into that self-worth now, that's a good one for the heart. Yeah, everybody's kind of there. Kind of, because there's stuff that comes up to be cleared. And that's kind of a normal process. It's like we're not static beings. Yeah, boom, we're going to be in alignment. That's it. Boom, we're there. Like the pillar in the middle of the room. We're not static beings. So especially when there's a lot that's happening in the ethers, globally, and however deep you want to go, we get to that alignment, and then something in us might freak out and pull us out. And all of a sudden, because it pulls us out, because the mind starts going, or the heart, all of a sudden, it's like you go into that alignment, and all of a sudden things get much more still and calm. And in that stillness and that calmness, what's ever just below the surface becomes more evident. So that's a little bit about what's happening now. Or, yeah, there we go. And just staying with that alignment. So this is the practice session, because when you practice, the more you practice here, then it becomes easier on your own. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Harold. Wow, that was a nice shift there for you. Just a little something that was just hanging out, and I'm not going to get into the details unless it really needs to, because it doesn't matter. It's gone. Yes. Wow. Nice opening there. I'm going to check in with everybody here. So I'm just kind of going around and seeing how everybody's doing. Again, bring that into awareness, that line coming right through you, going up to the ethers, down into the ground. I'm going to amp that up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's funny because Diane, it's like your spirit, when it starts to get like past the belly button, it's like your spirit is like having this, that tickles kind of reaction. So that's really cute. So yeah, kind of getting into yeah, there you go, bringing that in more deeply. All right, we're going to keep moving down. Like I said earlier, we're slowly working through this. I'd rather go slower than just jump right into the next thing. Yeah, there we go. I'm going slowly. So that line coming through the center, your core of your body, feeling what you're sitting on. So having that image in your mind and noticing what you're sitting on. There we go. And imagining that line going past what you're sitting on. So the physical, there's that physical tangible of what you're sitting on. And then that line in your mind's eye. Yeah, let's get that. So there's a little bit of this kind of going back and forth. So okay, good. Doing good here. And just noticing what you're sitting on, kind of having that image of that line in your mind going through core of your body. And then imagining reaching down as you feel what you're sitting on, reaching down to the core of the earth, just dropping in. Yeah. Yeah, and I can see just doing this. This is like so simple and so important. That helps you shift your vibration because everything's a lot brighter around people now, around everybody, and kind of in our little practice room. And yeah, let's focus on expanding that. So just imagine, just keep working on that core line, noticing that physical, what you're sitting on. We'll add in just that awareness of your physical body so that gauges the whole body instead of just the seat. And that line going through. Yeah, we're doing good. Yeah, we're gonna hold this a little bit longer. So kind of gets, it's like, okay, have I done enough yet? Let's just take a nice deep breath in, hold it, and then just release it out. And we're going to step into another, probably our final practice session. You know, we've been doing this for a good bit here. So really good, everybody. Feeling your body, feeling that line at the center of your body as you notice your outline of your physical body. And holding these two as you also notice the physical feeling of what you're sitting on. Connecting and dropping your awareness down that line all the way down to the core of the earth. Yeah, very nice. And you will notice also, because it just happened now, is that all of a sudden it just feels like you're relaxing instead of tensing up to do that, okay? So as you shift to higher level, you might feel like you're tensing up to do that when you're kind of in this lower level. And it's not necessarily a big level. It's not a big jump, but it's enough to kind of get to a place like, oh, this is relaxing into this, I can hold it better, okay? So when you feel like you really have to effort and really kind of put your mind and I notice it's like my muscles start to tense up, and it's like, why am I tensing up? But so there's like an effort that happens in coming into that deeper alignment. And what happened is like the whole group kind of moved up. They were like really focused, you know, just holding on real, and then it just relaxes up because what's happening is the whole group is moving up to just a little higher level. So it's like above the dust, so to speak. And then you, in that core alignment, you know, you might notice that, okay, I'm more relaxed and just feels like I'm more expanded out or expanding out, even as you're just being aware of your body. So we're gonna really focus in on this feeling. So let's end on this one. Hey, Rinky. Hi, come on in. We're really focusing today on that alignment. And really, because there's just so much going on for everybody. So if you want to just hop in with us, kind of jumping up at the end, but that's okay. Even the last few minutes is fine. So coming into that core alignment. And everybody hold this while I describe to Rinky just those little points of reference that I give people. So feel your physical body, Rinky. Just kind of feel your alignment here. Feel yourself. Kind of that outline of your 3D outline of your body, if you wish. And imagine that at the core of that is sort of like this line that goes straight down and goes. Imagine that going actually past your head and past your feet all the way down to the core. So it's like this line going through the ethers, but connects right into that core channel, your spine core channel. They overlap. Yep, there we go. And following that line as you stay aware of your body and whatever you're sitting on. following that line. So keeping everything in your awareness as best as possible, or you might be jumping back and forth. So that outline of your body, what you're sitting on. So there's that tangible physical, whatever you feel it, whatever you're sitting on, tangible contact there. That line in your mind. So that gives your mind something to focus on. It's just a straight line that goes right through, dropping down to the core, and just follow that line. And maybe with your breath, following it down to hook into the core, to that grounding. Everybody's nice and quiet and still here. Yeah, that's fine if you joined in late, Rinky. And that's what the replays are there for. So glad you stopped by, even if it's just 5 minutes. This 5 minutes is a long time, actually, to just practice coming into that core alignment. It's good. Even if it's just 5 minutes, we do this 5 minutes for ourselves here and there. But now there's a stillness in the group. Everybody's like really quiet and really kind of focused in. And in that deeper space. Yeah. And I don't know if you all can feel that, but I certainly can. And it's even solid. It's quiet, focused, solid. So how's that feel to everybody? Just if you feel like sharing how that feels to you, that you're welcome to. Yeah, now everybody is just expanding out. So this is the whole group level. There's just this slow expansion that's happening as this solidness comes in. Wow, this feels really cool. It's worth the extra work to get here. So it doesn't matter that, it took like 50 minutes to get here and now we're really coasting. Doesn't matter, because that practice will help you. Those 50 minutes will give you that reference points that in your mind subconsciously going through that process until you get to this holding. So a little bit stiff. It's kind of nice to be a little smoother, but this is good. Kind of stretching. It's like doing those weights, and you stretched up to that higher level weight, and it's got to effort a little bit more, but hey, you're doing it. So really nice, yeah. Yeah, oh good, Diana, good. I'm glad it's calming. It's a nice, yeah, it's when we hit that space, and so I'm doing this to provide that practice space for all of us, because to have that space where we can let's slow down a little bit and just focus on just one piece at a time. So yeah, calming. It's very calm and quiet, very still. So there's focused. There's just that focused piece coming for all of you here. And slowly expanding out, yeah. As you come in. So again, that line, the core of your body, going through your body and being aware of the outline of your body. Yeah, very nice. And with that breath, keeping those two in your awareness, and just with your breath, just kind of following down that line to the core of the earth again, just as you feel, as you keep your awareness on your body. So if your mind is not used to doing that, you might be going back and forth. Yeah, thank you for showing up, Michelle. Welcome. I'm glad that's helpful. So again, until your mind gets used to holding two things at once, if it's not, just kind of going back and forth, body, dropping down, body, dropping down. So it might be going back and forth like that. That's all right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now that's becoming a little bit more easeful. I know we're at the top of the hour, but we're going to go a little past this. Because we're clearing out some good stuff here, and we're really getting into a much lighter space of being. So let's keep pushing on this. Let's clear out. There's a whole layer that's cleared out for people here that was very kind of stiff and holding. So we're past that point. Yeah. Wow, it's a beautiful space. It's much more expanded than it was even a minute ago. You know, sometimes it just takes a little bit more work to get to this point. And that's all right. What's more important is taking the time, taking the attention, taking your awareness into that place of really, wow, okay, so beautiful space now, yeah. And there's just those times in existence and life and in existence, all of that, where there's just more going on, and there's certainly a lot going on right now. And everybody's a lot more open. There's a lot more flow coming into everybody right now. So very nice. Might as well just hang out just a little bit longer here. Enjoy the space while we're here, really anchoring that in. Rather hold it longer. Anchor that in more deeply into your awareness. And feel that smoothness. It's like, yeah, there's well, the way the image is showing up for me is like this fence meaning boundary, but boundaries sometimes are constricting. So the fence thing just feels more like one of those boundaries that were constricting on people, and now it's pushing out, it's pushing back, it's releasing. So everybody has got a lot more room for being connected to themselves, being in that alignment. Yeah, it's very nice. And this is the key, coming into this space, into this place, into this alignment, is the key to just, this is a reminder for all of us, including me, because it's like there are moments where it's like, oh my God, there's just so much, and it's not clear what's going on, but coming into that alignment. Even if you take just 1 minute to take a breath, to come into this place, this alignment, for yourself before you do anything. It's a good transition piece. Clears out what you were doing a minute ago, so that's not present moment anymore. Come into this present moment now. Refreshes, clears out, resets everything, and then the next, whatever you're going next, you come in fresh. you come in focused. Mara, hi. We're still on, Mara. Nice to see you. Mara's an old friend of mine from Ann Arbor days. We taught Reiki together. She's got this wonderful little store. If you're ever up in Ypsilanti, Michigan, she's got Even Stars Chalice. She's got a wonderful store up there. So anybody who's listening post facto, check her out in Ypsilanti if you're up there in the area. Even Stars Chalice, yes. So we're just taking the time, and we're just in such a nice space. We're going over time here because we actually started at 4 about an hour ago. So Mara, we're just coming into that core alignment because this has been a good week for some deep cleaning. So focusing on your body. So the outline of your body coming into that core, seeing that line that goes right through the core. Yeah, throwing everything else aside. Even what we think we know, what we've learned before about all this. And just coming right into this moment. Yeah. So just bringing you up a little bit, Mara, instead of like, I'm seeing your spirit kind of like climbing up this ladder. So let's just bring you up a little higher so it's not that much effort to get up here. Yeah, there you go. And when we reach those hard levels, so we might have a little bit of disorientation, and even just like looking around, it's like, where am I? Just because we're in a new place, even if it's just a little bit different. And so just taking that in. Yeah, there you go. And coming into that, again, that alignment and that grounding. So just holding on for another minute. Oh, Giselle just jumped. Hi, Giselle. Yeah, you guys are coming in at the last minute, but that's all right. Hello, Giselle's from Mexico. Somebody I made friends with about a year ago. In Chapala, Mexico. So if you're ever down in Chapala, Mexico, look her up. She's got some nice work that she does too with magnets to clear out the physical level, clearing the bacteria and stuff. So that's real good. Yeah, and another layer of stuff clearing out. So the people who started at the beginning, you're really holding that space. All the ones who came in towards the end, just coming in at the end and helping them raise up. Yeah, okay. Nice still place there for everybody. Okay. So just take a deep breath in, everybody. Reach down to the core of the earth. Pulling those refreshing frequencies up. If it doesn't have to be in one breath, just with each breath pulling those up more and more. Yeah, there we go. Another nice deep breath in. Pulling that all the way through your system. And then opening your eyes, feeling the space, feeling where we, just in that space that we are still in. And noticing what you're looking at, becoming really present with what's around you, but also still kind of keeping your awareness on that space. Just to help lock it in a little bit more into your awareness of it doesn't diminish because of the physical. The physical tends to overtake because we're physical beings, and that gets really anchored into us in everything that we do. And we bump into the wall and we really feel it, so feeling that. So thank you everybody for showing up. And yeah, you can catch the replay if you want. So today was really just that coming into that deeper alignment and just anchoring that in for people. So every time it's a little different. Last time was great because it was the chilling in the hammock session. This is just that alignment session, and it's really important right now for everybody to come into that alignment. So went over time, but let's see, there's a new message popping in. Let's see. Oh, Alejandra, we're just wrapping up. So thanks for stopping in. And we just went over time because we just at the end, we really got into a real deep space. So we just kind of kept it going and working on that alignment today. So Kayla's saying, wonderful, so alignment, beautiful space. Yes, it took a little bit of time to get there. Not a little bit of time, just that we were really practicing, really working with it, really going over it. And then here, just really coming into that place at the end, when you finally, everybody's got it all connected. We're all there. We're all good there. And we've pushed out a bunch of stuff and poof, just into that beautiful space. So thank you all for showing up today. And next time is the third Wednesday. Next Wednesday at 1 o'clock, my partner and I, my business partner, Lionel, and I are going to be talking about our program, the Pure Life Awakening Intensive, just talking about it and giving information and sharing, what it's about, how we created this. It's an amazing program, and we've had some very high quality people go through it who, even at their levels, got a lot out of it. So join us then, or there's also always the replay. Thank you all for showing up, even if it's last minute. That's fine. So first and third Wednesday of the month, and next week at 1 p.m. on Wednesday Eastern, 1 p.m. Eastern, Lionel and I will be talking about our program. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the ethers.